Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these lovely big tassels and how to add them to your finished project, like this lovely sunflower scarf here. So what you're going to need is some yarn, a pair of sharp scissors, a wool needle, and I like to use either a DVD case or a games case for mine, but you can just cut out a piece of card to the width that you want the length that you want your tassels to be, and that will work just as well. So first of all, I start with my yarn and my DVD case. Hold the yarn with your thumb and then you just begin to wrap the yarn around the case. For these particular tassels, I've made 50 wraps. Here we go, it should look something like this once you have wrapped your yarn around 50 times. Now you can do as many or as few wraps as you like, depending on how big and fluffy you would like to have your tassels. So then we're just going to cut off the excess yarn here. And then we're going to take a strand of yarn and thread it onto our needle, like so. And we're going to thread this through underneath all of the wraps. And then you can take the needle off there. And then you want to kind of shimmy this up to the top. Like so. And then we're going to tie a really tight knot there. So if you have someone at home that can put their finger on this for you, that makes this job a lot easier. Otherwise it's going to be a little tricky. But there we go. Okay, so we're going to use these two strands for sewing our tassel onto our project afterwards. Next, at the other end of the tassel, you're going to slide, actually it's probably easier to slide this off the DVD case. So if you get it to the end, and get your fingers just under there, slide it off. And then put your scissors in and make sure that it's kind of pulled a little bit so they go all the way to the end, and then you just want to cut through all of those strands like so. Okay, next we want another strand of yarn. You want to gather your strands together, kind of make them look nice and neat, lay them down. Lay them down on top of your strand of yarn, and for these ones about an inch and a half down, we're going to tie a knot nice and tight. I like to flip it over and then tie again on the other side. Like so, and then one more just to make sure. What you can then do with these strands is just wrap them around a couple of times, and then with your needle you can just push them through and hide them inside the tassel. Like so. And then you can do the same for, which was the other one? Actually, I don't know where that's gone now. There it is. You can do the same for the other one, just wrap it round a couple of times. Thread that onto your needle and then just hide it inside the tassel. it. What I also like to do then is just trim the ends a little to neaten them. Give them a little haircut. And there you have one nice big poofy tassel. Okay, so next we want to attach this to our scarf. So for this particular project, I'm adding the tassels to the corners. So we'll start off with threading on one of our strands of yarn. And I like to go in through the corner and the other side. I will then do exactly the same with the other strand and go in just on the other side slightly. There we go. I then like to tie this securely and then sew the ends in, but if you want to just sew it, you can do. So I just do a couple of knots there. That yarn through. Now I like to go back through the head of the tassel just to make sure it's really secure. So if you can see here where the yarn was tied around, I like to go through there and then just out the other side like so, and then back in to the corner of the scarf. Now you want to pull this fairly tightly, but not so tightly that it starts to pucker up this part of the scarf. So I like to do that a couple of times. So through and out the other side, and then back through corner of the scarf, and then pull it tightly, and then on the wrong side of your work you can just weave that end in. Just go backwards and forwards a couple of times to hide that tail. And then you will do exactly the same with your remaining tail. So you'll thread it on, sew through the head of the tassel, and then weave in your ends. And then you have one lovely scarf with beautiful tassels on the end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please think of subscribing. Hopefully I'll be making more videos like this, and also you'll be able to check out the video of how to make this beautiful sunflower scarf. Take care now, bye bye.